Good morning. This is John from the Springs Mennonite Church. And it's good to be with you today. Here we are at the end of the first week of February. It's still a little chilly around here, but spring's on its way. We're going to get to warmer days and sunnier days, and those some of you may have those. That would be nice for them. But I want to finish up this week with a thought, with a verse that's really, really important. Now, I know all the Bible is important. And I don't mean to diminish that. But this one has a lot of power to it. It's like in Matthew chapter 28. Now, I'm going to read verse 20, but verse 20 is part of the context of what's called the Great Commission. And this is where Jesus gives instructions to his disciples about what to do after he's gone. This is really the beginning of the church that has now grown to be 2+ billion people, the largest religion in the world, organized religion. And after giving all the instructions, he gives us this verse, verse 20. And he says, in the last part of it, and be sure of this, I am with you always, even to the end of the age. Be sure of this. Don't wonder about this. Don't question this. This is how it really is. I am with you always. Now, think about this for a minute. People talk about being with someone, usually meaning they're in solidarity with them, they're in agreement with them. I'm with you on this, and that means I'll support you. I'll, I'll stand beside you if necessary. And some people believe they have a guardian angel. Usually that's a relative who watches over them. I'm not convinced there's any biblical reason to believe that, but it's okay if you do. It's no harm in doing something, even. But this verse is Jesus isn't saying I'm supporting. He's not saying I agree with you. He's not saying, if you get into trouble, you out. He's not saying that, well, I'll be around. Just holler if you need me. I'll be there. In a lot of those cases, when someone tells you and you holler for them, they're not there. And I don't know if you've ever said to someone, just call me if you need me. And would you really respond if they called you? Well, some of you. And it would kind of depend on what when it was, and that sort of thing. And there are those who would immediately respond at any moment, at any time, anything. But I don't think that's most. Most folks, when they say, call me if you need me, are kind of like, walk down the street, hey, how are you? And they don't really want you to answer the question. I mean, if you're feeling terrible and someone says, hey, how you doing? And you stop and go into all the details of what's happening, they're probably not. It's more of a flippant kind of a politeness. It says, hey, how are you? Well, I'm doing pretty good. Oh, good. Or, yeah, it's been a rough day. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And off you go. It's not intended to be a deep, involved conversation that requires the other person to personally do a lot of something. But this one This verse, does- let me read it. Jesus' words are, and be sure of this, I am with you always, even to the end of the age. Be sure of this. Don't doubt it. This is God Himself speaking in the flesh. And I'm going to suggest a crazy thought. If God speaks to you in the flesh, probably all of this. If God speaks in any case, probably all of this, if it really is God. But in this case, and be sure I am with you always. That means in some supernatural way, in some way that transcends time and place, wherever you go, whatever Jesus is caring, trying to lift you, trying to support you. And it says He's there even to, meaning He's there for the long haul. Some people who are listening today may be struggling with illnesses, mental issues, broken family relationships, disappointments, um, just sort of feeling like life is miserable. And when you're at that point, Jesus is right there too. He doesn't want you to have to do it all by yourself. Now, many people will try to stick it out on their own. Some will make it, some won't. Sometimes discouragement is really, really powerful. It paralyzes you. Sometimes feeling like nobody cares will cause you down to go down a road that leads to ugly. But that's not what Jesus says. Wherever, whatever happens, you can count on and be sure of it. Remember, God should at any moment or in. Well, I hope you'll think about that. I'll be back next week. Next week, Monday, Valentine's Day. Think about your sweetie. Don't have a sweetie? Well, maybe you will get. Yeah, thank you so much for this. If you have a prayer concern or you have a need, just call us. We'll do whatever we can as fast as we can. Help each other. Have a great and wonderful weekend. God bless you. Talk to you.